You said you support Trump because he upholds Christian values, but then couldn't tell me what those Christian values are.
I did.
Okay.
I literally did.
What Christian values did Donald Trump uphold?
Okay.
To a greater extent? Committing adultery?
The
Cheating
nuclear
on every
family.
single one of his wives? Lying repeatedly?
He doesn't promote these things. These are things he's done.
Why do you support Trump?
The policies he implements are very much in support of Christians and Christian ideologies, and I think it's important as a Christian nation that we implement these things to unite our country.
Okay. You want to implement Christianity, so can you tell me why you'd be supporting of a candidate that literally represented themselves as God?
I don't support that, but overall, I think he has good intentions.
So, like, I'm just saying, like, how do you overlook that?
Just like you overlook anything with a lot of political candidates.
Such as?
Like Joe Biden being incoherent.
Incoherent? So I think that Trump is more incoherent than Biden.
I disagree.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because he said we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19. He said we should, windmills are causing whales to die numbers never seen before. He said we should nuke hurricanes to fight them. He said that if Jesus were the vote counter in California, that he would have won the vote against Joe Biden.
These are just like hyperboles that are like, it's just him being funny. Like, you actually think he thinks injecting bleach is like a valid way to fight COVID?
Disinfectant.
Okay, same thing. You actually think he meant that? And even if he did, like, I'm not gonna vote for the guy just because he said one stupid thing.
Okay, so that's not just one stupid thing. I gave you a list of stupid things. I can give you more. What about him saying he drinks Diet Coke because it kills grass, therefore, under his view, it kills cancer?
Clearly a joke.
Joke? No, he said that personally.
Exactly.
Like he said that privately. Like Dr. Oz and his son talked about it, and like how he says that privately. This is not something he said publicly.
How many stupid things have you said? Like, we all say stupid things. It's not the shouldn't be like.
No. They were talking about how he was serious.
Joe Biden said he didn't want his kids going to a racial jungle in school. So, do you completely disqualify Biden now?
You're actually misunderstanding that specific quote. That specific quote, he was trying to argue that he wants there to be integration of school systems off the basis of there being integration of housing, right, in the first place, so that our communities in its entirety are integrated rather than it just being segregated communities into integrated school systems. So that was kind of the argument. Now, he definitely didn't portray it in the right way, but I'm telling you what he was trying to describe there.
How do you know that? Because you came up with that?
Because I've seen I've seen the quote. I've seen what he's talked about, and that was his position.
Me too, and you're wrong.
Does that make you feel better about yourself? Just to, like, say that?
To know fact,
you're Christian. Like, you know that you're lying, right?
Okay. I'm not lying.
You literally are.
How am I lying? Because I'm calling you out for being wrong?
What did you call me out for being wrong on? What was I wrong on?
Joe Biden can barely, like, you're like saying Trump says all these things. Joe Biden's so incoherent, he can't even speak, period. Like, that debate they had, that last debate was like, he couldn't even get a full sentence out. And then you want to say he's more coherent than Trump, who, talks a lot. He talks so much that, he ends up saying a lot of stupid things. But overall, I would say he's much more coherent than Joe Biden.
No, the reason why I say that Donald Trump is less coherent is because intentionally he'll say things that are utterly insane and incoherent, right? And then Joe Biden will just say things that he accidentally or unintentionally didn't mean to say. Right, and then it won't make any sense. Do you understand the distinction between those things? That Trump intentionally makes no sense, and like intentionally is trying to do that, and it makes no sense. Whereas Joe Biden, it's unintentional, and he also has a speech impediment, by the way, which becomes harder to deal with age.
Well, I wouldn't know that because he doesn't speak.
He does. You're being ridiculous.
He doesn't. He literally doesn't, though. Like, he had like
Joe Biden wasn't the last candidate.
His whole presidency.
One, Joe Biden wasn't the last candidate, and two, this is nothing comparable to what we see with Trump.
I'm just bringing up Joe Biden because you support him, and then you want to use like kind of the same thing he does as a reason you shouldn't vote for Trump. So I think it's like hypocritical to be like, you shouldn't support Trump because of this, but like Joe Biden did the same thing. You support him.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. It's nowhere near comparable. I don't know what you're talking
about. It's worse.
About.
Yeah, I agree. It's way worse.
No, it's worse on behalf of Trump. Like, I'm sorry, that's just one thing in the whole scheme of Trump things that are horrible, that are disqualifying. I can mention him calling for that of some Democrats. I can mention being held civilly liable of some abusing women, him trying to undermine our democracy in 2020, sending false slates of electors to electoral college to cast Trump votes when he didn't win to try to steal the election, calling for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, trying to pass executive orders to violate constitutional amendments. Do you want to go through all of those? Or are you just going to ignore them like you've ignored every other point?
I'm not ignoring them. I'm choosing to overlook them because I think out of our
That's what ignoring is. Okay, you're trolling me. There's no way.
No, let me finish. I'm choosing to overlook them because the benefits he brings outweighs them. That's my whole point. It's because out of all the candidates,
so what benefits?
I would gladly vote for another candidate
that
didn't have all these things under them. Like I said, the Christian values he brings,
such as,
and I think his character as a whole, as a president, he's very tough, and he makes other countries
Christian
afraid
values,
of America. Sir? Just common sense policies when it comes to like gender or men not playing in women's sports, things like that.
Gender. Wait, what about gender specifically?
When we talk about men and women's sports, I'm 100% a feminist.
There's literally nothing in the Bible about sports. It never says anywhere in the Bible that there should be no trans people in sports. So try again. What Christian values are you referencing? You think it's Christian values to cut 420,000 kids off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month through the big beautiful bill to give massive tax breaks disproportionately helping the rich and wealthy?
Let's change topic because I don't think.
Yeah. No, we're not changing topic.
Are you even Christian?
I am the most devout Christian you've ever met in your life.
Do you have a cross? Show me a cross. I doubt you even have one. I'm not
just going to show you. What are you talking about? Show me a cross.
You're the most devout Christian. You don't have a cross.
Yeah, right here. That's my cross.
That was blasphemy, but okay.
How was that blasphemy to do this? What? I was making a cross. I'm not saying.
It's not even a cross. That looks more like the Hitler sign, but it's fine.
This? What? A cross? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Okay. What do you want to debate on when it comes to Trump? Because I can defend him all day.
You just ignored all my points and then said I can defend him all day on everything. What are you talking about, sir? Hello?
I was talking about Christian values.
Wait, do you have an issue with blasphemy?
Him talking about bleach.
Sir. Do you have an issue with blasphemy? Like, do you think if your president committed it, you'd stop supporting him?
Next topic.
Every time that you're just wrong, are you just going to say next topic? This is something called TDS. It's called Trump Devotion Syndrome. Okay, do you know what that is?
I'm not devoted to Trump. I would vote another Republican
you will never
candidate.
Stop supporting Trump no matter what.
Not true. I would have voted.
Dude, it's getting to a point where dude, this could be idolatry, my guy.
What does that mean?
Okay, well, you got to figure that one out yourself.
Idolatry. I don't think anybody in this whole live knows what that word means.
Really?
Really?
I bet a huge portion of the Christians
Idolatry. Somebody define that. If clearly I'm just so stupid.
You are. Can you tell me the first 4 books of the New Testament?
That's rude, Parker. Let's have a good faith debate.
Can you tell me the first 4 books of the New Testament,
No need to personally insult me.
Sir, can you tell me the first 4 books of the New Testament?
Why are you trying to Christian quiz me right now?
I'm just curious. Can you tell me the first 4 books of the New Testament?
Since you're such a devout Christian, you said you're the most devout Christian ever. You tell me.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Do you see the chat? It's telling you the worship of idols.
Not intelligent.
You didn't know what idolatry is kind of crazy.
When you idolize false gods. Oh, so you're saying Christianity is a false god?
That's actually not what I said in that statement.
Oh, you said so Trump is a false god is what you're saying.
I was saying that Trump was portraying himself as a false
How?
god.
He was portraying himself as a doctor, not a god.
Really? You look at that picture and you think he looks like a doctor?
Obviously it has religious, an religious art style, but he doesn't have long hair. He's not depicted as Jesus himself.
He's wearing the Jesus historical clothing, and he's literally healing someone with divine energy, my guy. And the people are praying to him.
I think it was more so symbolism that his divine energy is his policy and executive orders that he's implementing on the country.
The divine energy. So isn't that still blasphemy?
I mean, many people have done it in the past and they've never gone backlash. I personally don't think it's morally...
photoshopped my face onto that picture of Trump and I posted it, would you have an issue with it?
I would think it's funny. I don't think it's necessarily that big of a deal.
You'd have no issue with it?
I mean, out of all the sins you can commit, personally, that's not one I more
have that big of a problem with?
Despise
God
rape
has a big
and
problem
like
with
that.
it and says it's unforgivable, my guy.
Who?
Yeah, God says that's unforgivable.
And that's God. I'm not gonna be the one running around with a pitchfork for it. I mean, if he, believes that, then you'll suffer the consequences for that. But me personally, I'm not gonna run around with a pitchfork because of it.
What is that even supposed to mean? What are you talking about, bro?
I'm not gonna hold you to the same moral code God does. I'm not.
Are you actually Christian? Because I'm not.
Of
I was just
course I
joking
am.
with you.
I think you should be Christian.
Yeah,
You'd
but
probably be
you
a
don't
lot
even know. I
happier.
know. How does an atheist know more about Christianity than you?
Because you study it like a freak, so you can like tell Christians they're wrong, they're stupid.
Well, it's not just that you're just Christian. You're trying to enforce those views on other people. You said you support Trump because he upholds Christian values, but then couldn't tell me what those Christian values are.
I did. I
Okay.
literally did.
Really? What were those Christian
And then
values?
I told you the first 4 books because you're trying to quiz
You
me.
didn't tell me the first 4 books. What were the things that you told me though?
I literally told you. Why are you trying to quiz me again?
Okay.
You're trying to
wanna
like
get kicked?
deflect. You just don't want to talk about Trump.
I am asking you about Trump right now, dude. Hello? What Christian values did Donald Trump uphold?
Okay.
To a greater extent? Committing adultery?
The
Cheating on
nuclear
every
family.
single one of his
No.
wives? Lying repeatedly?
These aren't. He doesn't promote these things. These are things he's done. Yes.
These are
Like,
things he promotes and does. What are you talking about?
he promotes nuclear family. He promotes
Really? By
like,
cheating
no
on every single
wars.
one of his wives? Really?
He promotes world peace, no wars.
World peace by going to war with Iran?
We're not at war with Iran.
We are, and they are done with the negotiations, according to their own state media.
Do you think there's negotiations?
No
with other countries?
wars. Actually, everybody after Trump literally started a war. Like, there's no way you're serious, dude. Are you, like, come on.
They're already negotiating after 2 months. That's not much of a war, if you ask
They're
me.
done negotiating. I just told you. Listen.
Oh, so they're already done negotiating. So it's over.
Okay, I'm kicking you. You're not smart enough to have this conversation.